Hello and welcome back to Caught Above the Cuts. You may know, you may have seen on my previous videos, I like to talk about what the canal trusts are doing for the environment. There's loads going on, in different canals. You've got different ways of building banks, you've got tree planting, hedge planting, and all sorts going on. The Wilts and Berks Canal Trust, which is my local restoration, they are trying to create a B route down the entire route of the canal. At the moment, there's a lot of focus down at Pewsham. But they are doing bits and pieces throughout. Now it's not just the B route; it's lots of other things as well. You'll see a previous video I did where there was a lot of hedge laying going on. So that's an old practice where you cut the tree at a certain point, you lay it out, and you keep going uphill, and basically from that tree shoots come up and it grows up. There's a good example of this in Swindon, near on the old canal near the new developments. As you can see here, this is what it looks like when it's first done. Give it a couple of years and you get this. So Pewsham have been doing that. They're not doing it at the moment, obviously, because of bird nesting season, but they've been doing it throughout. At the moment, there's a lot of focus on the meadows. So there's a large area which is recently they've just got more land for, where they're looking at having a massive wildflower meadow as well as some planting and stuff like that as well. So the scheme itself is run by Howard. He's quite specialist in his field. He's done this sort of thing before. The trust have recently got a flail mower as well as a tractor with attachments, so things can be cut. So what you need to do is you need to cut it early and late in the season, and that allows the seeds to plant and gets rid of the long grasses and stuff like that, which causes problems for growing. So another thing you'll find them doing is something called dead hedging. So when you're doing the hedge laying and stuff like that, you're clearing out a lot of debris from there. You can't use every single bit. Hedges are quite thick, they've been there for hundreds of years and stuff like that. So you're cutting branches out, you're cutting all sorts out. Now, dedging is dead hedging. So you put some stakes in the ground, you then fill it basically, as you can see in this picture, with all the spoil of the hedge, really, all the leftovers, all the branches, all the twigs, everything. And what happens then? Loads of critters move into that. They love it. It's just a great little hidey hole for all sorts of little animals. Again, helping the environment. They've got one down at Double Bridge in Naish section, which is the new section I discussed earlier. That's surrounding a pond, which is a newt pond. So another thing they're helping out. They've provided an area for newts to thrive in. So this brings me on to the point of my video. As part of the restoration, you lose trees in the beds and stuff like that. So the trusts, like Wilts and Berks, do try and restore more environment than they've taken out. So wherever there's space, they do some planting. Now this can range from trees, which they've done loads of, to whips, which is hedgerow basically. So in February they planted 200, for example, down near Double Bridge. They were donated by the I Dig Trees charity. They were there to provide protection for other stuff they planted basically, and then mulched with cardboard basically. This does a couple of things. The cardboard actually sort of composts down. You can compost cardboard at home. You don't have to put it in recycling bins or something like that. If you've got a compost bin, put layers of it inside with all your rubbish stuff in it. It produces great compost. But it also, the cardboard around the trees and the whips prevents grasses from growing up, which allows the whips themselves to grow much better. So as I said, they've got this new land. They've got another 7 acres of land leased from Wiltshire Council. This is right next to the existing small meadow that they had. It was a former meadow, this area, but it's not been grazed for 15 years. So there's a lot of stuff like hogweed and willow herb and sort of grasses you don't want have grown up through. There are some sort of shrubs and sort of willows and stuff down throughout there. And what the plan is for that is to return that back to a flower-rich meadow again and create a woodland pasture environment. So with Aviva community funding, they offer a scheme where they match fund what you raise. So the trust has got to raise £2,000 by the 12th of May 2023, which they've actually already done. I've got it on my phone just here. They've currently raised £4,702. So that's, you know, that's going to double 9,404, I think that is off the top of my head. So any donation that you can do towards this, you know, even if you can only do a fiver, 10 quid, something like that, you know, that's 10, 20 quid to the trust. They can do a lot with that. You know, they can blight trees, they can plant this woodland pasture down this area. We're in a situation where choices by ourselves and people before us have caused a lot of pollution to this planet. So we need to find ways to fix that, planting trees, creating woodlands and meadows and everything like that, where things can grow and, you know, naturally help sort this issue out. Should be applauded. So the aim of their project is to provide an improved landscape along the canal for pollinators and wildlife, which I think you can agree they're doing, and that's providing a flower-rich environment through the bee route on the land they manage next to the canal. Like I said, they're planning to do this from start to finish. So that's a lot. I think the main route is 72 miles off the top of my head, and then there's various branches and stuff like that as well. Please donate if you can. Like I said, even a few quid doubles, so it all helps. The trust can do a lot of work with your money, so please do get on the link in the description. I'll also put a little link up here, which will take you straight to the website. Let's get on this and let's help improve the environment around the canal. So I'm going to hopefully join you in making a donation. I've already filled my details in there. I'm donating £50, which will double to 100. I've also put a tip on there for 10% because they're not charging the trust for this, so they get all the money basically. So processing payment, you can't see my details. I don't know what you can see on that actually. There you go. Spent 55 quid. That's 100 quid donated to the project. Apologies if there's been a bit of noise on this video. I'm at home recording, so my kids are being noisy, as they do. So thank you very much. Have a good day. Please do click the like and subscribe. Click the bell button to see my future videos. I've got one coming up on Latin Basin next week, as well as some other things. There's also an interview with Doug Small on that video. If you haven't read the books, please do. They're great. But yeah, have a great day, and have a great bank holiday weekend.